welcome to my kitchen and to a new episode of The Holidays Are Coming. Today we're going to deviate from art. We know we've been doing a lot of bath products and things like that, and I still have a few more I want to show you, but tonight I thought we would take a break from that and make some really yummy dessert to give away as a gift. Or to keep all for yourself, depending on how it turns out, and you might not want to share it. But I found this really great recipe, and I kind of tweaked it and made it my own. And we're going to make some red velvet brownies. Who doesn't love red velvet cake? Okay, maybe some of you don't like red velvet cake, but I know a lot of you like red velvet cake, and a lot of you like brownies, and this is a great combination of the two. So let's see what goes in this. And yes, we are going to use a cake mix. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Cake mix is nothing more than pre-measured ingredients. We're going to use the Duncan Hines, only kind that I use, red velvet cake mix. You can do a lot with cake mix. You can make cookies with cake mix. You can make brownies with cake mix. You can make donuts with cake mix. I've done that too. Just put this in here, and to this we're going to add 3/4 of a cup. It's a stick and a half of melted butter. And I'm just going to give this a stir. I had this melting on the stove because I hate melting butter in the microwave because it gets all splattery and gross, and I just cleaned my microwave out, and I don't feel like cleaning it out again anytime soon. So I have one little piece in there. Plus I had one stick that was still frozen. I had it in the freezer, so I put one full stick and a half of a frozen stick in there. Okay, 3/4 of a cup, 1.5 sticks of melted butter. Half a cup of water, 1 egg, and we mix. And you can see how this differs from the traditional cake batter recipe, because the cake batter you would add more eggs, you would add oil, and you would add, I think, the same amount of water. No, actually, a lot more water and a very little bit of vegetable oil. Oh, but I'm sorry, I meant to put 2 eggs in here. Let me grab another one. I love red velvet cake, especially at Christmas time. I think that it is just really special and festive. And the fact that we can make brownies from this cake mix, you can also make these fabulous red velvet crinkle cookies, and I'm going to make those too at some point. And you can make little whoopie pies out of this cake mix, and you could put little marshmallow filling in the middle, or you could put cream cheese filling in the middle.
Somebody has a question.
Yes?
They want to know why you're not using a hand mixer.
Because you don't stir brownies with a mixer, because you want those little lumps in the batter. You don't want it to be completely smooth. Fold in your chocolate chips. And because brownie batter is considerably thicker and more dense, and because we've used the melted butter in here as opposed to more water and less oil, you kind of need that elbow grease. I have a prepared 9x13 pan. I just sprayed with vegetable oil. Spray. Cooking spray.
What makes it red? Is it just the food coloring?
It's just food coloring. What red velvet cake really is a light chocolate cake that's been colored liberally with red food coloring. If you were to make red velvet cake from scratch, you would make a very light cocoa batter, and then you literally would add an entire bottle, 2 ounces, of red food coloring. And you see there's that little bit of powder that didn't get mixed in. That's the other reason I like cake mix. Cake mixes are very forgiving. And there is a lady, her name is Ann Byrne, and she did a series of cookbooks called The Cake Mix Doctor. And I gotta tell you, she is one heck of an inspiration. And some of my best ideas with cake mixes have come from her. And I just love, love, love seeing what she comes up with, and then seeing how I can emulate her. See, look, now my finger's going to be red for the rest of the night. Oh, it's not too bad. That's the only problem when you make red velvet cake. You look like you slaughtered a pig in your kitchen. And I guess if that doesn't, I mean, it is Halloween, right? Not to worry. So you could make these for your Halloween party, and you could call them blood brownies. That would be fun, huh? Or not.
You probably can put some little finger chunks in them.
You're wicked. Oh my. What is finger food? Our brownie's finger food? Oh my. Okay, we've gone off the edge here. Alright, now you have a couple choices at this point. You could bake them off just like this. Excuse me. And then you could frost them, let them cool, and frost them with a cream cheese frosting.
Ooh, I was thinking that.
Or you can do what I'm going to do.
I guess that works too. It's not cream cheese. But...
Is I'm going to top them with just a handful of white chocolate chips. Now, I always keep baking chips in my freezer. And I buy them at the holidays when they are typically on sale. And then I just put them in Ziploc bags and I put them in the bottom bin in my freezer. That way they're always there when I want them. And I don't have to remember to buy them if I want something special. So, I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And in these go. For 35 minutes. And we'll come back when they're ready to come out. They're going to have a nice little warm now. Okay, it's almost been 35 minutes, but I'm going to pull these out now, and I'm going to tell you 30 minutes. They did get a little bit darker on the edges, but I'm not worried about that at all.
We like them a little crusty anyway.
Yeah. So I'm just going to bring these over here, and I'm going to let them cool for about a half an hour, and then we'll come back, and we will cut these up and serve you some red velvet brownies. We'll be back. Come on, Scotty. Alright, there you have it. They have cooled for about a half an hour or so. I took them out of the pan, stacked them up pretty on a plate, and this is how you're going to give them away to your friends and neighbors or serve them on your own cookie tray. And you can cut these smaller. I just cut them in a typical brownie size. They're very moist, and they are not completely cool yet. You can feel free to omit one of those eggs. I think that mine are cakier brownie, and we like that. So if you want a more dense brownie, leave an egg out. But I think overall these look, and they smell really good. We haven't tasted them yet. I'm sure that they're delicious. So, I hope you try this, and I hope you enjoy it. And until next time, I'll see you.